I got 9 o'clock. You can go ahead and call the meeting order. Start with Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, before I get going, we have a lot of people online. Do you have all the? Okay. Renee, is she unmuted? She's not. Really? Yeah. Well, I saw her on there. Well, I will go ahead and start and wait for her to chime in.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve today's agenda as presented.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is the approval of the minutes.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the minutes from December 14th, 2020, December 15th, 2020, December 15th budget meeting in 2020, December 16th minutes, December 23rd minutes, and December 23rd chat log after 9.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of claims for payment of 12/30/2020.
I make a motion to approve the claim of payment dated 12/30/2020.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is utility permits. No utility permits, we got for roads, snow.
Yeah, I think they're busy.
You think they are?
Yeah, I think that they're pretty busy today. We're gonna be closing the bridge for reconstruction on S-27 there south of D-41. Might be next Monday, it might be the Monday after. It's up to the contractor, but the detour's in place. We'll be going west at 21, so that's ready.
Okay. Any questions, comments? EJ?
Nope.
We have Renee on?
Yep.
None? Then I will move to the application of fireworks permit. I have one for Lynn Baldwin here.
I make a motion to approve the fireworks permit for use on December 31st, 2020 by Lynn Ballvance.
I'll go ahead and second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I reviewed the permit, everything looks to be in order. This isn't his first or second time doing this, so I think everything's in order, Lance.
They've done it for a long time. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have is change status for property management.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the change of status for Mason Kelly, Property Management Assistant. He has met the probation requirements as stipulated, which earned him a 50 cent per hour increase from $20.51 to $21 an hour. So it's actually a 49-cent increase.
I will second that. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is change of status at the sheriff's office.
Lance has a pair of change of status. First one is the hiring of Jonah Pankow as a part-time dispatcher at a rate of $16.48 an hour effective December 26, 2020.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Permanent part-time?
Yes, sir.
Any other discussion? Hearing no more, all in favor say aye.
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 Lance,
Motion
the
carries.
second change of status I have from the sheriff's office is a resignation of Jordana Cahey, dispatcher at $16.48 an hour, effective November 27th, 2020.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Rocky.
Emergency management, or do you want to go Rocky? Yeah, go to Rocky. Rocky, go ahead.
Good morning.
Hey, Rocky.
So just kind of an update on the numbers. We have about 1,400 total cases since the beginning of this pandemic, and 1,200 are recovered. These are just kind of estimates. So total active cases as of this morning is 225. So our positivity rate for the past 14 days is down to 8.5. So that's really great. We have started distributing vaccine to healthcare personnel this week and long-term care residents at Grand Javante. So doing really well with that. I know Handsome Family Hospital also started vaccinating their staff this week. And then next week, we're going to start doing clinics at Iowa Falls EMS so that we can have clinics in both places. So things are going really well.
Thank you, Rocky.
Thomas? I don't have anything else. Nothing? Okay. Let's open this up for public comments. Before I go to that, though, Renee is on. I think she's just having technical difficulty. She was on, off. I'm not sure. But you ready for Yep. All right, let's go to public comments. They can unmute themselves.
Lance, this is Donna.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to propose some resolutions for next year, a couple of New Year's resolutions for our board members. The first one, instead of concentrating on the things that cannot be done, why not concentrate on the positive side of things? For example, anyone who has paid attention knows that the county cannot mandate masks if the governor says no. However, counties have made statements and public safety advertisements. Governor Reynolds has made the same effort. Even news programs and talk shows have made the same statements. Couldn't our county board put out the same effort for the new year to encourage the use of masks, distancing, testing, etc.? With the new strain that's coming from overseas, one that is more virulent than the current one, and the vaccine that will take months to inoculate everyone, this whole mess will not be over next week. Remember, the most spread is done by those with few symptoms or no symptoms at all. And I'm not talking about just agreeing with our County Board of Health when they make a statement. I'm not talking about saying something once or twice. I'm talking about regularly and hopefully often asking and even encouraging our citizens to take precautions and follow the guidelines. 2 weeks ago, it was stated here that the positivity rate has gone down. There were social media posts by someone here using numbers that were meant to be proof of that. The other side of that coin is the fact that the White House task force, headed by Vice President Pence, told the state of Iowa earlier this month that these numbers are to be viewed with caution because of the decrease in testing that has happened during the end of October and the month of December. Even though testing sites and offices were closed some of that time due to the holidays, this county is still in the red zone for virus cases. Remember, less testing does not mean case numbers are going down or that there are fewer cases. It means those cases are still out there, but you just don't know where they are. The true test will be what happens during the month or so after the holidays are over. Perhaps a second New Year's resolution might be to tell both sides of the facts instead of just one. I also I also have a couple of questions about the $1,025,000 loan for the courthouse HVAC system. Are you still going to be able to pay it back in a year as previously stated? Have you considered refinancing that 3.75 variable interest rate loan for a fixed rate loan? You could possibly get a fixed rate for 3% or less in today's market instead of the one you have, whose interest rate will definitely go up before you pay it off. Has that been considered?
On the 1.2, it's in the budget. We're going through the budgets currently. Until we know how everything comes out, Donna, I can't tell you whether it can be paid off or not in 1 year. The interest rates, very good question. That's always an option. If I recall, is a working capital loan right now. Even though it's 1.2 million and the project's over, I don't know that we've actually finalized the interest, and I think that goes for 5 years, if I recall. I don't have it in front of me. I don't recall. It might have only been a 3-year thing.
Well, even at an initial rate of 3.75, if you can refinance and get below 3%, you don't have to have concern about when you'll be able to pay it off, because the interest rate will not change, unlike the current loan.
Donna, it is definitely worth looking at. Thank you. Are there any other comments?
Yes, I have a couple. That S25, which highway is that?
S27, it goes
Or
down, yep, it goes from Alden and then it goes all the way south to the end of the county by Garden City. So the road closure is about in the middle of the county, just south of D41 a mile.
Okay, thank you. And then I have a statement I'd kind of like to make. You know, I get that you guys are tired of hearing about COVID and the numbers and all this and that. And, but yet, a couple of weeks ago, you made a comment about the mailman not wearing a mask. And you talked about that for quite a bit, and the public listened to that. And, you know, I get that you're tired of that. So I'm not going to talk about that. The statement I'd like to make is that you are an elected official, and part of that duty includes listening to your constituents. If you no longer want to do that, then I suggest that you resign your position immediately and we get someone else on the Board of Supervisors that will take the time to listen to what the public has to say. Even though the board doesn't like what we have to say, it's taxpayers' money that pay your job to listen and not to play with the switch like you seem to like to do, especially to me, Lance.
Pauline, I'm going to answer this question. I've been very lenient. We do have a 3-minute policy. You have exceeded 3 minutes about every time. When you keep
No, I have not. I set my clock on the stove and I usually have like 10 or 5 seconds. One time I got down to 5 seconds.
Pauline, I do listen. When you ask to have the same thing done over and over and over, and we've answered you over and over and over, I'm listening, but I'm not going to take your request anymore. That is what I told you I would not do. A request to do a mask mandate is not going to happen. You can ask all you want, but I don't want to hear you asking in the meetings anymore. You can talk about it like you did. I'm fine with that. I was fine with Donna's comments. But to ask it,
And why do others get to go over their 3 minutes, but I don't? You flip the switch on me all the time.
Pauline, I haven't flipped the switch on anybody that goes over until they get just babbling on there. Get
Do you
to the point.
realize how many times you have flipped the switch on me this past couple of months?
Yes.
4 times.
This month?
I'm in the middle of a sentence and you flip the switch on me. That is very rude and inconsiderate. You could at least wait till I am done with my sentence and then say, okay, that's it. Your time is up. But you don't even do that. I'm in the middle of a sentence and you just flip the switch. I'm not sure if you, I'm just not sure what's going on. If power is going to your head or what, I'm not sure.
No, there's no power going to my head, Pauline. I'm trying to
Just
keep
bump
the,
along.
pardon me?
Just bump along.
I'm just trying to keep the meetings moving along.
I understand that, but usually when we have a meeting, we have extra time left. We have a whole half hour before you have another meeting. And lots of times when we're done with the meeting, we have like 15 minutes left.
I have other people actively in this meeting as well.
Okay, I understand that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments?
It's Julie Dunn. I have a comment. I
ahead.
see by the approval of minutes that at the compensation board meeting, you are advocating for a raise for supervisors. Given that the governor has offered to state employees a wage freeze for 2 years. So we were wondering just how much of an increase you were talking about. Will the budget allow that? What's the projected revenues? And there was even a suggestion, I can't even remember the exact wording of a 5-member board of supervisors, salaries be divided by 3. I don't know exactly what's going on with that. Perhaps we need 5 members on this board of supervisors. So I'm not sure that, advocating for a raise for you guys is right at this point. Thank you.
Any other public comments? Hearing no more. Other business? Everybody, we do have them for the minutes, correct? Okay. Any other business?
No, sir.
Then I could ask for adjournment or recess.
I'd make a motion to adjourn.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.